tuned in to Angela, but I call her Yee. Way up.
Hey, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here.
Hey.
What up?
Happy Monday.
Yes, happy Monday. Feeling refreshed. I got my braids ready for St. Thomas.
Yeah, I
You
like
know how
that.
it is when we go away. We got to get our braids for the trip so we don't got to worry about our hair.
Going home.
By the way, I had Doso Beauty. We had the founder of Doso Beauty up here, and I used her braids. Her braiding hair is non-toxic. And shout out to my girl Destiny who braided my hair. She said her hands weren't burning because normally when she braids, she said it kind of like burns her hands because they were talking about the toxicity in braiding hair. But this is non-toxic, and she said she really likes it. So shout out to Doso Beauty for providing this. People don't even think about the chemicals that are in things that could really affect you. What, Mano?
Is that Biggie with a ski mask on?
Oh, yeah. My T-shirt.
What is Who did that? That's crazy.
Oh, my T-shirt. Okay.
Oh, man.
Anyway, let's get the show started with some love and some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800
Shine the light.
292-5150. Call us up. Let's shine a light. It's Way Up.
We gon' light the block up.
I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way up.
Me and Mano. It's time to shine a light. Let's shine a light on the people who are making it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the new inductees. You want to know who made the list this
Salt
year?
and pepper.
Yes. You know how excited. You know how much I love Salt and Pepper?
We all do.
Yes. I interviewed them during the pandemic. I was so excited about that.
Legends.
To even just meet them and be around them is huge. In addition, Chubby Checker, you know, the twist. Come on.
Right,
baby.
right. I would have thought that he would have been in there.
Also, let's see who else made it that you would know. Cyndi Lauper made it in. Outkast.
Outkast.
Yes, made it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So shout out to all of them.
Major.
That's going to be November 8th in LA. There's, Outkast. So shout out. I guess we'll get to see both of them there together.
Nice.
Period. All right. Well, Andre, now who do you want to shine a light on?
I'm good, Angela. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Who would you like to shine a light on?
I would like to personally shine a light on you and Mano.
Hey.
I drive trucks every morning, so I look forward to your show every morning. It makes me feel good. And then just to see where Mano came from and where he's at now, it just gives me, a person like me, a lot of inspiration to keep on in life.
That's right, brother. Keep pushing, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all stay safe, and I'm looking forward to the show. It's going to be a good episode.
Oh, yes, it is. Trust me. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate you.
No problem.
That was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. Just in case you couldn't get through, you could always leave a message. And when we come back, let's do some Yeetie. You know what? Let's start off with what everybody was talking about over the weekend. Shador Sanders, what happened watching the NFL draft. I know you were watching it too.
Yeah.
I was checking it out. We'll talk about it. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip.
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Talk to 'em.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Mano, you ready?
Right, I'm ready.
For this Yeetie?
Yeah.
So were you
Spill
watching
it.
the 2025 NFL draft over
I
the
caught
weekend?
some of it, yeah.
I know it was a lot.
Yeah.
So I was like in and out watching it, watching what was going to happen. But obviously, the big story was Shador Sanders. Where was
Right.
he going to play? Everybody thought he was going to be a first round draft pick. It was kind of a given that was going to happen. He had
he's top
everything
10.
ready. Yes, and apparently he did not go into the 5th round. He was selected by the Browns. And after that, a lot of things happened, you know, aside from that. First of all, while he was waiting to find out what team he was going to, Seale was spotted supporting him on draft day. And so there were rumors that the two of them were dating. Whether or not that's true, we don't know. But there's a 5-year age difference. She's 28. He's 23. Not a big deal.
No.
Right. But I did see that London on the Track's ex, the child's mother, Ebony Ivory, who does not get along with Shensia, was
Why?
posting about that. Basically kind of calling her a predator and saying that she likes to mess with little kids. He's not a little kid. They're 5 years apart. They're both in their
3 years
20s.
apart.
No, 23 and 28.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like, that's not that serious. So, a lot of other things happened too, though. First of all, there was a prank call that was made that was so mean. Jax Ulbrich, who is the son of Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, has apologized to Shador Sanders for this prank call.
Hey, is this Shador? This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints. We're gonna take you with our next pick right here, man.
This ain't gonna be nothing there.
Hey, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that.
So it was a prank call. And at first, no one knew where that prank call came from. But later on, we did see the video footage of him making that prank call. Now, since then, Jax Ulbrich has put out a statement. On Friday night, I made a tremendous mistake. Shador, what I did was completely inexcusable, embarrassing, and shameful. I'm so sorry I took away from your moment. It was selfish and childish. I could never imagine getting ready to celebrate one of the greatest moments of your life. And I made a terrible mistake and messed with that moment. Thank you for accepting my call earlier today. And the Atlanta Falcons also put out a statement about this, and they said they do not condone this behavior and send our sincere apologies to Shador Sanders and his family, who we have been in contact with to apologize to.
That was wrong.
Another thing that they were saying was, how did he get the phone number? Because apparently that phone is a phone that you just get, like he had it with, nobody had the number except the coaches.
Oh, so that's specifically for...
Yeah, so nobody would have that number. So they had to be like
somebody,
somehow.
Yeah, it was an inside job.
So they did say that I guess he had left, like the dad had left the computer open and he saw it, so I don't know. Now, another thing that happened is Young Miami. People were trying to say just because she congratulated Shador and the Sanders legacy that she was trying to get on him and that she was preying on him as well. But she said she just was congratulating him, which is crazy. You can't, as a woman, congratulate a man because people think automatically that means you're trying to get at someone.
Let her live.
Yeah, so let her live a little. She said, I love seeing Black Joy. Shout out to the Sanders. Shador Sanders, legendary. And then she was at the party. She probably knew she was going to the after party. It is what it is. Another thing that happened is Shiloh Sanders learned a lesson from his brother Shador's NFL draft slide. And now he's saying that, this is what he said on his Twitch live stream.
Dad was our agent, but that hasn't been working out too good. So today I had to sign with an agent, bro. So we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, so now he's signed with Drew Rosenhaus to represent him. So at least they have a good sense of humor about it,
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to work with family.
Listen, I know your son would not want you representing him. No way, no how. Okay?
Man.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have About Last Night, where we discuss what we did last night besides watching the NFL draft all weekend. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
It's way up with Angela Yee, may know.
Hey.
I know you've been out here over the
Hey.
weekend getting ready.
Hey, listen, I'm getting ready. July 26th is happening, my wedding. Big shout out to my guy Mazza over there, Diamond District.
Oh, yeah?
Mazza Water. I went to see him about the ring, yeah.
So did you pick a ring?
I picked out a ring. Definitely.
You don't even know the size of the woman's finger.
Doesn't matter, right? So we
get it resized?
decided to go with like a 7.5, because I can't do a big finger woman.
Why?
Yeah, it's like a
Some
werewolf.
people have fat hands.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's like a werewolf. I wouldn't.
And some people
refuse.
have really skinny fingers.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the.
I think little short fat hands are so cute.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Little stubby stubs.
I think they're cute, like little cute little hands.
No, I picked out the ring. Shout out to Mazza.
Okay.
It's happening.
So what type of ring is it?
The biggest. The most dimiest.
The most dimiest.
Yeah.
When you look for a ring, what do you look for?
Clarity. That water. That sparkle.
And what shape? How do you know what shape to do?
This is a rectangle shape. This is
okay.
This is it.
Okay, so it's a rectangle.
Just a big.
Okay.
That's yeah.
What's it?
Yeah.
Emerald. Okay, so you got an emerald. We don't know what's going on. I don't
It's
know anything
happening.
about this. Okay.
I'm gonna show you. Listen, I actually filmed it, and I'm gonna show you.
I cannot wait to see this. I actually yesterday got my hair braided. That's a long process, but I'm getting ready for St. Thomas. So I was like, let me handle this now so I don't have to worry about it later. So I got my hair braided. The other thing I did was, as the weather is starting to change, I went and bought a couple of outdoor plants. I don't know anything about plants, so this was like me trying to figure out what is good in all seasons so that I don't have to like take the plants in, cover them, whatever. But plants are really good for you, just I think health-wise, just being able to breathe the air with the plants in it. And then I think just looking at them, sometimes it just feels nice.
It feels good.
Look at
Feels
nature.
good, right? So what's
And
happening?
I live in Brooklyn. It ain't like there's a whole lot of nature around.
No,
so.
it's nature in Brooklyn. Don't do that. So you got your hair braided. You're going the same time. You're going back to my country.
That's how they talk?
Yes, man, yes. You're going back to where I'm from, man.
Well, USVI, shout out to y'all. Still part of the United States, so you don't need a passport to travel there. So anybody who doesn't.
Bring yours anyway.
Yeah,
you never know where we
carnival.
go after that. It's carnival.
It's carnival.
Yes.
All right, well, now when we come back, it's time for Tell Us a Secret. That's 800
So you can go viral.
5150. Any secret you have, we're here to keep your secret for you with us and the millions of people who will hear it. And you are anonymous, so no one's going to know it's you. That's
and no judgment.
292-5150. Call us up. Any secret. It's a no judgment zone. That's how Mano's feeling today.
Yeah.
He's not feeling judgmental.
Yes, man.
He's going to let it slide. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Tell us a secret. It's way up.
Check the news. I got news.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm with my guy, Mano.
Yeah.
And let's get into Under the Radar. Now, Shein and Temu have raised their prices in response to the tariffs.
Damn.
I know, listen, when I tell you, people are furious about these price hikes, and it is supposed to be fast fashion. Shein prices have skyrocketed by up to 377%.
Damn.
That's a lot. That's almost 4 times the amount of what it used to cost. So get ready for that. Of everything that's going on right now. Donald Trump posted, when tariffs cut in, many people's income taxes will be substantially reduced, maybe even completely eliminated. Focus will be on people making less than $200,000 a year. We shall see. Another thing that really was devastating to see, I saw this story on CNN. 3 children who are U.S. citizens were deported to Honduras with their mothers last week, including a 4-year-old who was receiving treatment for cancer. So imagine that this child is a citizen getting cancer treatment. Now, they were all detained, and the women were attending routine meetings with officials in Louisiana. It's part of the intensive supervision appearance program, so they weren't hiding from anybody. They were going to the meetings that they have to go to, that they voluntarily make sure they're doing the right thing, working within the system, and they were then removed without due process from the United States. And so, all of this kind of ties into the fact that Donald Trump has the lowest approval ratings of any president in at least 7 decades. They said his approval rating is the lowest for the first 100 days, dating back to at least Dwight Eisenhower. It's even lower than his first term was, just to put things into perspective. And you know how he responded? You want to know how he responded to this? He said that posters have shown his approval rating sliding should be investigated for election fraud. Okay.
Yo, his denial, it's legendary.
He said they are negative criminals who apologize to their subscribers and readers after I win elections big, much bigger than their poll showed I would win, lose a lot of credibility, and then go on cheating and lying for the next cycle, only worse. But when things are in his favor, he promotes it. But when they say that it's going down, all of a sudden now they need to be investigated for fraud. And lastly, he wants to bring back Columbus Day. He said Democrats ruined Christopher Columbus's reputation, and so he posted on Truth Social that he's bringing Columbus Day back from the ashes.
Why would he do that?
We recognize and celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day on that day instead. Former President Joe Biden actually recognized it and was the first president to do so in a 2021 proclamation. He acknowledged the painful history of wrongs and atrocities that many European explorers inflicted. And so that's why they don't want to bury that. But apparently the president now does have that as his motivation. And speaking of motivation, it is a Monday. So coming up later, we do have a Monday manovation. Also Ask Ye on the way and more. And also the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. All right, we are ready to get this week started. It's Way Up.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T.
Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with Mano.
Way up.
He don't know what he wants. You can look at his Instagram page and see that. But let's get into some of this Yee tea. What?
Stop it.
All right. Now, this was a nice to watch Spice and Vibes Cartel on Kai Cenat's live stream. You got to imagine how much fun that was. First of all, I want to say shout out to Spice. She was on there daggering. She was killing it.
Daggering. I just found out what daggering is. I've been seeing it.
You never knew. I told you it's outlawed. It's illegal in Jamaica.
I like it though. I like what you just showed me. The dude was daggering.
I don't
on
think
a
you can take
bicycle.
it. But anyway, here is Kai Cenat with Vibes Cartel. Vibes was telling him what he needs to do, to call up his lady. And here's what happened.
If you do this, woof, 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 and your girl doesn't do this,
Woof.
she's not your girl.
Call her back.
Gigi.
Wait, no, you gotta say woof.
Try Gigi.
Yeah.
Gigi.
Yes.
Woof, woof, woof.
She's loyal. Facts.
She did it.
Have you ever done that?
Nah, but I
You
feel
gotta
like I
do that
need to
before
try
you
it.
get married.
Yeah, that's got to be one of my terms, right?
All right, now, in addition to that, Kai Cenat was explaining why he has been missing from streaming this month, and here is the little tea that he spilled.
Anybody was wondering where I've been at, your boy has been on set. First movie, as y'all know, and right now we're on a little bit of a break until we start filming again, all right?
Supposedly, the movie with Kevin Hart and Drewski. Can you imagine
Nice.
how much fun that probably is on set?
I like Drewski.
All right, now we told you earlier that Diddy does have his trial starts next week. Well, you know who else is going to get a hearing actually on May 8th? Lil Durk. He may have another chance at freedom. And this is all for his federal murder for hire case. There's court documents that Complex obtained. And they're going to have a hearing to see if he can be released from jail ahead of his trial. That is starting on May 8th. So they did try to get his case dismissed altogether. They said it's mistakenly based on YouTube videos from fan pages. But, we'll see what happens with Lil Durk. And academics actually spoke to him on stream. And here's what happened.
I'm always a good spirit, bro. I just be in my box. I don't really too much be talking to everybody or trying to be like in everybody's business or have everybody in my business. I really just been chilling.
How the fam been?
My family good.
I saw that people were saying that his lady, India,
Right.
had her hand on another guy's leg, and it was like a video.
Who made that up?
But it was like her guy friend who Dirk knows who.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't
Is it
nothing
like
crazy.
her gay
But
friend or something?
yeah, people make everything a big deal. Imagine if, he didn't know and he's hearing about these things. Because I can't even imagine. I know you had a lot of girlfriends in jail. But I can't even imagine what it must
Well,
feel
you gotta
like.
watch how you say that because it could be, phrased differently. That girlfriends in jail. No, I had a lot of girlfriends
While
who come
you was locked
see
up.
me.
Okay.
You understand?
No,
That sounds a
you
little
know what I
crazy.
meant.
Pause. Like, yeah.
Anyway, speaking of which, Giselle Bryant, she was on Watch What Happens Live. That's the same episode that Portia was on. And she updated people on what's going on with Karen because Karen is in prison after she had that DUI. Here's what she said.
I have been in contact with someone who's very close to her about her safety and all that. And from what I understand, they love her up in where she is. And she is running that thing. I feel very good about the fact that she's safe.
How much time she got?
She got 2 years with 1 year suspended, so she's got to do a year.
For driving?
Yeah, DUI. She also was previously charged with a DUI, DWI,
she's
and
a
reckless
repeat
driving.
offender.
Yeah, so that's the problem. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we got to do a Monday main ovation. I cannot wait to hear what you're going to talk about in this main ovation.
Yep.
I have some ideas for you.
I bet you do.
All right, we'll talk about it. Monday main ovation when we come back. Right now, here's some Rihanna and Jay-Z. This is nice. Barella, it's Way Up.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is. You know who it is.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with Mano.
Yes.
By the way, right before we went up just now, I had the hiccups and just got rid of them.
Hey.
And here's my tip for anybody listening. All you have to do is drink water with your head upside down.
I'm not sure if that
It just
actually
worked.
works. You saying this work?
Did I just have the hiccups?
Well, is it over?
It literally just worked. I do it all the time when I get the hiccups.
Okay.
You drink some water and you put your head upside down.
I can't wait to get the hiccups.
I can't wait for you to get
I just can't
All
wait.
right, anyway, it's time for Monday Main
Man
Ovation.
Ovation. And today's Man Ovation, I will say this. You have to stop believing that people care about everything that you care about. You got to stop believing that people think and care about what's important to you. I was telling my son this morning, right? The perception that you create for yourself is what people view you on. That's who you are to people. And usually that perception is created by some of the things that you do and don't do. You understand? So the way you present yourself to the world is the way people gonna look at you. Not that we care so much about how people look at us, but just understand that if you present yourself present yourself to be a thief, then that's how people gonna deal with you, right?
Like if you steal.
If you steal, if you lie, if you rob it, whatever it is, if you smoke, whatever, right?
You know
that's
what?
your perception.
I would say that's how New Mano was born.
Right, because of my perception, and then
what do you think people's perception was of you?
That I was just a real cool guy. Yeah. Like I was just like a overly cool guy, and then I'm just like, how do we?
So what's the New Mano then?
Even cooler.
New Mano.
Yeah.
I just want to say you're gonna be throwing out these innovations.
It was
you
like
need
cool
some accountability.
It was like cool without pause, right? It was like really cool. It was like
you need
cool
some accountability.
without
you can't
breaks.
be throwing out these manovations and not taking
I don't know how.
accountability.
So you tell me, what did people think about? What was the perception on me?
But now that you're getting married,
I'm getting married.
The perception's changing, right? That whole narrative is changing.
Right.
I think there was also the perception that you were a hothead, and now you've learned to count to 10 backwards before you react.
Is that what they said? Is that what they said? Hey, look, you said it. I'm with you, baby.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Anyway, thank you for that Monday Manovation.
Right.
Thank you for that accountability.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Or
They
lack
say
thereof.
Whatever they said, it probably was true.
All right, well, when we come back, Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. The perception of Mano is that he is an award-winning advice giver. And that's true. The award is right up here in the studio.
Right there.
He's an award-winning advice giver.
That's right.
800-292-5150. Any question you have, we're here to help you out because New Mano is an expert at this type of thing, giving great advice. No judgment, right?
No judgment.
Right.
Yeah.
800-292-5150 is way up.
Yeah.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. We have Lachey on the line. What is your question for Ask Yee today?
Okay, so what is the difference between a bitter baby father and a baby mother that's actually trying to co-parent?
Now, what you just did there was already frame it in a way that you led us to believe that your baby father is bitter, but you want to co-parent. So talk to me about what's going on.
Okay, so he is basically trying to take custody of his son and one of my daughters that's not his daughter at all.
Oh my gosh.
And he's doing it by the wrong way. He has a girlfriend that's also bitter. So now it just leaves me looking like I'm bitter when I'm really the baby mother that's really trying to co-parent for these children.
Well, here's the thing. Number one, he's not going to be able to take custody unless you're done some awful things. Are you scared about that at all?
Not at all.
Not at all. So is this something you're going to have to go to court for, or is he just threatening this?
I'm going to go to court. I'm actually talking to some legal services so I can take it there.
I'm glad that you said that, because one thing that we need to make sure we do is handle ourselves legally. Maybe in time things will get better. Does he get a chance to see his kids? Why is he even threatening?
He's had the chance to have them, co-parently. I've even settled to be a weekend mom, and that's stressing me.
Well, I think right now, whatever happens, you got to protect yourself and do what's best for your children first and foremost. And if that means that you have to go through court to establish what are the times that he's going to see his kids, what are the responsibilities that he has, also communicating, there's apps where you can communicate with him strictly through the app so that anything that you guys say to each other is documented in that way. Protect yourself also by not writing or doing things that are crazy that could potentially be recorded or it can be screenshot and used against you. You have to think about all of those things. And if you feel like I can't even speak to him one-on-one, then you need to have a person that is in your family or somebody close that can actually be the mediator for you guys.
Yes, ma'am. And it's definitely not going to be family. He has them involved now where he has the children choosing a side where they feel like that his side is better. Like I say, I'm just going to do this the right way instead of my way, because my way, I'll be somewhere I'm not supposed to be. So I'm just trying to really set a good example for these mothers and show them that drama isn't always the first option, even though it's about these kids.
Right.
You got to learn to switch it up.
And I've definitely heard a lot of people say later in life that they're grateful when their mother didn't bash their father Your job is to make them know that they're loved. And you would rather them know that they're loved by both parents than trying to be against each other. You can feel how you feel, outside of that. But I think the main thing is for your kids to not be affected by it. All right. Well, I wish you luck with that. And please feel free to check back in and let us know how it goes. I know there's a lot of people going through it. So to hear your journey is always important for somebody else who may be doing something similar, dealing with something similar. And you guys can always hit us up on Way Up With You. When we post it, you can drop your comments below about your own experiences dealing with co-parenting.
Yes, ma'am. Correct. I listen to you all day. So.
All right. Well, thank you and good luck.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too. All right. Well, that was Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you could leave a message and ask your question that away. And when we come back, I want to talk to you guys about this Ari Lennox live stream where she talked about trying to date women, but that it wasn't for her and her reason why. She said that understanding women is far more complicated than she expected. I want to see what you guys think. I have my own thoughts. I'm surrounded by men right now. 800-292-5150. Do you think that women are really more complicated than men? 800-292-5150. Are women more complex? And that would make y'all simple. You men. It's Way Up.
And I'm back.
We about to do this. One of the most famous women in radio. We're talking about Angela Yee.
You're Way Up with Angela Yee.
Please believe that.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with Mano. No, Mano. And we're talking about Ari Lennox. She went on live and she said this about trying to date a woman for a second.
I tried for like 1 second. It was like weird. I just felt insecure and I was like, nah, I'm good. I feel like guys, it's already a lot. Let me just stick to what I know. I feel like women, it's like hard. I don't understand them. I don't even understand myself.
All right. Well, apparently women are more complicated. You think that's true?
That is true. I mean, she could just do both.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you like that?
No, I'm just saying, if she want to not give up all the way on women, just
you know what? Could you imagine then what it must be like if she thought that one woman was a lot? How do y'all deal with more than one? That's why I always say, for men, how do you do that if you could barely handle one?
Yeah, because
I already said I give up.
Y'all all complicated. Mixed bag of emotions.
Right. But you know what? I will say in 2025, men have become a whole lot more emotional.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know about that.
It's definitely true. I hear your emotions all the time. I'm very even. You come in here, you're up, you're down, you're this, you're that, you're arguing, you're mad, you're not talking to her, now you are. She didn't call you, you upset. Like, I feel like...
Yo, you just gonna cap all over me on the radio. This national... You just capped up, you just baseball cap, you just hockey mask.
I just feel like
cap,
men have somehow become more complicated, and as women, we've become more even.
What?
Well, let's talk to some people. 800-292-5150. Call us up and let us know what you think. Are women so much more complicated than men? It's Way Up.
Look.
Yeah, what's happening? You want to know my name?
Way Up with Angela Yee.
Turn me on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano.
Right.
And we're talking about Ari Lennox. She was on live, and she was saying that she tried to date a woman, but it just was not for her. Here's what she said.
I tried for like 1 second. It was like weird. I just felt insecure and I was like, nah, I'm good. I feel like guys, it's already a lot. Let me just stick to what I know. I feel like women, it's like hard. I don't understand them. I don't even understand myself.
Now, this brings about the question, are women more complicated than men? I know that's always been like the stereotype when it comes to gender roles. Like, women are the complicated ones, men are the ones that are just like simple. Just give them a sandwich after sex and that's it, and you're good. But women want to talk about feelings, emotions, blah, blah, blah.
Intuition,
but I feel like,
dreams.
I do feel like things have changed. Maybe it was more like that before.
Yeah, still like that.
But I feel like men are more in touch with your emotions now.
I wouldn't say that.
You don't think you're somewhat emotional?
No, I knew you was going to try me. I knew it.
Do you think so, though? Honestly?
No. It's all the same.
You look like you're getting emotional now. All right. Well, I think that women are more, let me see.
Crazy.
We do things differently than men.
Of course you do.
Right. I think
the way make logical sense.
The way we make way more logical sense. Like, I know women will know that their man is cheating and hold that like in and have all the evidence and like get that together for 8 months and act normal. I know people who have done things like that, and I think it's diabolical.
That's a devious mind right there.
Yeah, I feel like we are more strategic is a better way to say it. Yeah. Well, we want to see what you think. 800-292-5150. Hey, Erica.
Hi. Hey.
So tell me, Emeno, you think that women are more complicated than men?
I would say emotionally. I've dated both men and women all my life, and I would say dating a woman emotionally can be complex because we have more to understand about each other. We have intuition, we have all these things. And sometimes dating women, you have to like have some self-growth and maturity on your own end to be able to like collaborate with another woman.
Collaborate. I like that word.
So
collaborate.
So what you're saying is if somebody is not emotionally mature.
Right.
No, it's like two intuitions going off at the same time. How does that work? Y'all both got intuition on each other.
I have intuition about your intuition about me.
That's crazy.
Mind you, women can be very toxic too. So,
yes, they can. I know many.
Yes, they can.
All right,
so
but
I feel for my guys.
That's right. Feel for us.
Who's more toxic,
Here
men or
you
women,
go.
since you've dated?
We're not in
I'm
a
just
competition.
asking.
Men are more toxic because if they don't have the emotional intelligence to deal with problems and find solutions, and they keep recreating the same cycle of toxicity, women are more toxic if they still with their ex. Because when you date women, they always hung up on their ex-girlfriend is their friend. They're different toxic levels. So don't go swimming in that ocean.
Do you think, so being that women are more complicated, does that mean that men are simple?
Yes. I look at energy, right? So you got your divine masculine energy, you got your divine feminine. I think men are great for leadership roles, making decisions, but they need women for that intuition and that wisdom to lead them to make those decisions.
Okay.
So I think men are great. Y'all are fine, but no, y'all are inferior.
What?
Intellectually, you know.
Last
question.
Cut
Erica.
her mic off. We're going to cut your mic off.
Last question. Who do you think you'll end up with, a man or a woman? What do you prefer?
I've been married to a woman already. I hope she's not listening to this anyway. But I'm engaged and I'm getting married in June to another woman. So,
Okay.
Okay, so you like the intuition on intuition.
Okay.
Okay.
Maturity, though. Maturity.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you, guys. Take care. Be safe.
You too. Well, if you couldn't get through, you can always leave a message for last word. That number is 800-292-5150. And when we come back, you have the last word.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano. I feel like we're getting closer to finding your bride.
Yeah, if you just stop putting out those rumors.
There's no rumors. We're actually going to be in St. Thomas in a couple of days for Juve, for Carnival. We're going to have a good time. But my main goal out there is to find you, your wife, your bride.
This is what I'm saying.
So I'm going to be
Stop
interviewing
playing.
people. So if you're going to be in St. Thomas, holla at me. We're going to do the interview. Mano will be there.
That's right.
We're going to find you your wife. I feel good about it. I
think
feel
she
good
did.
about it.
I really feel like
I
she
think your
did.
wife is going to be at Carnival.
Yes.
And you're from St. Thomas.
Yes. Man.
All right. Well, you guys, this is your show, so you have the last word.
I really do feel like being with women is way more complicated. Like, I've been a lesbian for like 18 years now, and I was just telling my friend that I think it's time to really give it up. Like, I don't think it's for me anymore. Women come with a lot of emotions now, like, and then it's two of us, so we're all over the place. You get what I'm saying? Not saying that I want to be with a man, but I don't know. I just think I want to take time for myself and figure me out.
I want to shine a light on my mom, Tammy Houseworth in Orlando, Florida. She's the greatest mom ever. I salute her to the fullest for raising me. And I just want to give a shout out to her. Shine a light on her. This is her son, one and only. Love, bless.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.